Oh, it's so slippery out there. You didn't have to ignore her, the poor helpless thing.
I know it's slippery out there. It's dark, dirty, sooty, and slippery. That's why I didn't help her. What if I had slipped carrying that stroller up the steps? The child falls out, down the steps, and onto the streets. She wouldn't be a poor thing any longer. No, she'd call the law on me, take me for everything that I have.
That never would have happened.
The woman screams, the officials come, she accuses me of injuring her child, and I'm taken away to the station house and miss today's appointment with the jaw healer. I'd be poor, out of work, and eventually drafted to fight in the Battle of the Lake.
Please.
I would return.
Please.
I waited a week to see the jaw healer. Lost wages from my job because I was at home in pain.
Forget it.
The supervisor at the factory already isn't too fond of me to begin with. Another day away would just completely put him over the top. I come back to find someone had replaced me. The doorman at the factory. Yeah, he always looks at me in this odd way anytime I leave after my shift. He'd love to replace me making ammunition for the battle. Meanwhile, I'd be back out on the street with my biography looking for work.
But your pain would be gone.
But how would I pay the jaw healer with no job? Let's just sit down. You know what, the jaw healer takes a little bit off his fee when he sees how clean my teeth are? I scrubbed and picked my teeth and rinsed with the strongest cleaner I could find.
I don't think it makes much of a difference. Jaw healers see all kinds of teeth and all kinds of mouths, dirty and clean.
You know, I wonder, when people go to the ear healer, do they clean their ears out? You know, use a cloth, clean them all out, make the ear nice and strong.
That's just silly. What if you were going to the eye healer? How would you clean your eyes? How would you make those strong?
Well, I think you could read a book, you know, small text, dim light. That would certainly make your eyes stronger. Use all those eye muscles so the eye healer wouldn't think poorly of you. Think less of you, and they suggest you fight in the Battle of the Lake.
And that's enough silliness. I just want you to think about the pain being gone when the jaw healer removes the aching tooth. Soon you'll be back at the factory, at your post, making ammunition for the battle. And I told you, don't worry about paying the fee. I will advance it to you and you can pay me, you know, later.
A kind sister you are. Finding me a jaw healer, accompanying me, and ow! Don't these people care that I'm in pain? We move any faster? God, this rail car moves so slowly. Everything moves so slowly.
I offered to take a street carriage.
Well, it's too late now. Don't be upset. I forgive you.
Forgive me for what?
You could have offered a little more strongly, seeing how much pain I'm in.
Just be quiet. Just quiet you and sit still. Oh my. Look at that poor girl. She must be cold in that thin wrap. She's, odd looking. And a little plain.
Plain is right. Look at those teeth. Yeah, those could easily put your jaw healer's eldest through many years at the university. You're right, what an odd looking girl. Well, I think I'll just get up and see where we are.
You know perfectly well where we are. What are you doing? Come sit down.
Just looking out the window. Just looking out the...
What was that all about? You're the nosiest man I've ever met.
She's holding an envelope. On it is written, my biography, in big letters.
Well, does that satisfy your curiosity?
Well, of course it's her biography. Who would carry around the biography of another person? You know what? I'll just figure out what's going on. Excuse me. Hello. Yes, hello. We have not seen you before.
I am new to this town. I come from across the lake.
Oh, across the lake? Well, how did you travel so far? I've never heard of
No,
it.
nobody travels across the lake. You're making that up.
I am looking for work. I was told there could be work on this side of the lake. Are you looking for work too?
You know, if this rail car does not start moving, I may be... She's not telling the truth. I've never seen anyone from across the lake before. What do you think the Battle of the Lake is all about anyway? Now, see here.
Oh,
Look,
just leave her be. Our mother had a friend once who claimed that she was from across the lake, just like you. Mother told us all about her. Stories before we went to sleep at night about clean air and green grass across the lake.
It's nonsense.
Really? I should like to meet this friend. Perhaps I could?
Well, that's not possible. You see, she was put away just as long ago. Mother never talked about her again, and the stories just ended.
Well, off that friend of Mother's was. I remember hearing about the stories very, very well. She always went on about this across the lake, that across the lake. Oh, the great glass and steel cities, and the fast-moving rail cars made of silver. I know, she's better off where she is, put away. Far away. Oh, God. You've got to get to the jaw healer. Oh.
But there are glass cities across the lake. And crisp, clean air and food for everyone and places for everyone to learn.
Well, if things across the lake are what you say they are, why are you here? Why did you cross the lake? I mean, that's just not possible. No one has crossed the lake through the battle.
I did not say I crossed the lake. I said I came from across the lake.
But what's the difference?
Traveled around the lake, not across.
Around?
Others have done it too. Traveled all around the edge to get to the side.
Around the lake? I've never heard of such a thing. Do the rail cars on the other side, do they run faster and smoother than ours? The rail cars made of silver?
Just don't lead her on. You know, if it is so wonderful across the lake, why are we still fighting the Battle of the Lake? And have been for generations now. Our factories produce weapons and ammunition to be produced in the battle. And you know what? If you people across the lake are so smart, why don't you just win the battle? With your great glass cities and your crisp, clean air.
For my people, the Battle of the Lake ended long ago. We don't fight anymore. Too many lives were lost. Too much was wasted in the fight. We build and we learn and we grow. We learn to go around the lake, not across it. The battle is over.
Nonsense. Ever since we can remember, our men have been sent to fight in the Battle of the Lake. And they never return because you have slaughtered them, destroyed them and their weapons.
The battle has left behind widows, orphans, poverty, and hopelessness. Our father left to battle and never returned. What you say can't be true.
What I say is true. Your father and you men who were sent off to fight have become welcome guests of our cities. That is what I and others have come to this side to tell you. One day, you may listen.
Silliness.
Utter nonsense. Well, we best get going. Oh, the girl left her biography.
Foolish thing. Should we read it?
And read her lies about across the lake. We better get to the jaw healer.
You're right. You're right. Cities of glass.
Clean air.